Hello everyone, uh, this is Lama Rigze, your friend, uh, and I'm just gonna briefly comment on something strange that I keep seeing, which I think is questionable. I see a lot of lamas, I see a lot of spiritual teachers of Eastern tradition commenting on certain current events or giving empowerments or transmissions or darshans or those sort of things around a particular thing that's happening. And first of all, whatever is or is not happening, the greatest thing that you can do is avoid fear. Fear only has two results. So you either have the hot hells or the cold hells. In other words, you either have paralysis or you have lashing out, not thinking clearly. And so if you want to be rational, if you don't want to be irrational, if you want to be capable, if you don't want to be stuck in your head and able to do something, please don't give in to fear. Okay, so forget about the particular situation and remember your mind. Your mind is always primary. Any spiritual tradition, your mind should be the primary focus. Second of all, to any teacher and these people that are making a certain topical energetic transmission or topical discussion about a given crisis, although people may be reaching out and looking for some sort of reassurance, the reassurance is already there in the philosophy that they've been studying. What are we studying for? What are we praying for, if not to act with grace when things are difficult? What I would prefer to see is people not capitalizing to sell videos or to gain notoriety over a crisis. Please don't do that. Please don't use people's fear to draw attention to yourself. Okay? No, please no clickbait titles. Please no topical transmissions. If you wanted to do that for people, truthfully, if you have the power to transmit those sort of energies, there's no reason to tell anybody. Just do it. It's highly suspicious when any higher practitioner tells people they're going to give them this or that. It almost exclusively means there's some sort of intention to be appreciated for whatever you are contributing. You just pray for people, okay? If you have a light, love, energy, whatever you want to call it, to give to people, just give it to them, but don't capitalize on a disaster. Don't tell people you're gonna have a exclusive whatever about a current problem. It's not the way to go. That's just my opinion. Maybe there's just so many people searching out there for some sort of energetic healing or protection that these teachers feel a necessity to accommodate that. But I don't think it's good at all, to indulge people's fears. Fear is irrationality, okay? So Shantideva said, and also many people inappropriately or inaccurately attribute this quote to the Dalai Lama. It's actually Shantideva's quote. You can either cover the whole world with leather or cover your shoes with leather. In other words, protect your mind. Protect your mind from negativity. Don't try and change the world. Don't try and arm yourself energetically against some fear, because what you've empowered is fear. What you've given strength to is fear. Now you're like, oh no, I received this transmission and it's going to protect me from this particular result. Okay, well, now do you need a transmission to protect you from every result? Or is your refuge enough? Is your faith enough? Is the strength of your own heart enough? This goes back to what I've said in other videos I haven't put out yet, but concepts are very dangerous. So if you make a concept saying the Lama, the teacher, the yogi has to provide the student with given protection in order to safeguard against a given result, you've rendered yourself helpless by indulging in that belief. So beliefs are like tools. Pick your beliefs, okay? So the best belief right now is my faith will protect me, God or Buddha or whatever you believe in, the Tao will protect me. Or, I have faith that everything will be okay. That's the greatest protection, because it's not dependent on anyone or anything but your own mind, okay? So do that, and then on the flip side, those teachers who are giving these sort of teachings or advices and empowerments and energies and so forth, I don't know. Not, I'm sure they're very realized. I'm sure they're very powerful, but I'm not sure it's the most skillful thing to do, because I think it's going to play up on people's fears, and it's going to further indenture them to the teacher. And you should never be indentured to a teacher. You should never be so reliant on a teacher that you can't do things for yourself. In the life story of Milarepa, when he first went into retreat, he cried and cried and cried because, he wasn't around his teacher anymore, and that was sort of his security blanket. So he left his retreat, and so a vision of Marpa appeared to him and scolded him and said, what are you doing? You have to go back into retreat. You can't just, run away every time you get scared and look for me. That's not what I'm here for. I've taught you everything you need to know. You can do it yourself. That's the point. Whatever your skills, whatever you have, even if it's just meager faith, or even if it's just trust in the goodness of your own heart, that's far, far more effective than thinking that you need something from some external teacher, because you're then indentured, and you've been made weak by your reliance. So reliance on a teacher, faith in a teacher, is to accumulate teachings, skills, and trust, which is all empowerment comes down to, is trust in the deity or God or whatever spiritual force that you've been initiated with. It is not meant, you're not meant to become part of an endless entourage. You're meant to become your own powerful presence, and you're meant to actualize, to engage with what you've been taught. And so I think that when you come out with things having to do with this topic or that topic, with this idea or that idea, to me, again, this, I confess my ignorance, my prejudice, but it looks like you're trying to sell tickets. It looks like you're trying to get attention. It doesn't look like you're trying to help people. If you're going to help people, then the message should be, you already have everything you need. Relax. Trust in your own goodness. It will see you through. And that's, if I have a message unique to the time and situation, it's just that, okay? Rely on your own goodness. Rely on your faith. You already have everything you need. Trust. It'll get you through.